on the contract situation of Juwan. But I think at the same time it gives us a couple of young players that we can start to build around. We've still got time to continue to try to better the situation, and although this has been a very disappointing season this year, I think that doesn't stop the organization from trying to rebuild and move in the right direction. I think hopefully this is going to be a great situation for the guys that we've traded to Dallas, and hopefully with the guys coming here, they can transformate this situation into a positive.
And Chris Whitney. But the new Wizards are all here. Loy Vaught, Christian Laettner, Courtney Alexander, Hubert Davis, who is a local guy from Northern Virginia and Lake Braddock High School in Burke. Etan Thomas, who is a rookie from Syracuse, is injured, will not play at all the rest of this season, but is a good-looking rookie as well. In time, but in the meantime, the former Wizard, Tracy Murray, gets the start. Lenny Wilkens is the head coach of the Toronto Raptors. Spent his last 7 years in Atlanta. He is the winningest coach of all time, 1,179 victories. He reached that milestone in 1995 when he was coaching for Atlanta, as irony would have it, in a victory over the Bullets in a 112-90 win at the Omni. It gave him 939 career wins. That surpassed Red Auerbach, Red setting the record in 20 seasons. Lenny did it in 22, but you're talking about one of the greatest coaches and one of the greatest players of all time. Hall of Fame as a player in 1989 and as a coach in 1998. All right, let's check the Jim Coleman Montgomery Mall Toyota keys to the game. Phil.
Well, the Raptors, one of those teams that participated in the trade just before the deadline. Mark Jackson, a big component of their success so far. He was traded. He's third in the league in assists. They've got to find somebody to run the team as efficiently as he did. They've got to tighten up their defense. They're ranked 23rd in the league. Their opponents shoot 45% or better. Battling on the boards is important for Washington. This is a very good rebounding team, and they've got to replace the inside scoring left with Juwan Howard.
Officials for tonight's game are Tom Washington, Mark Davis, and the veteran Dick Bavetta. And we are set to go here in the nation's capital, the third of 4 meetings between these two teams. Toronto has won both previous by 7 on November 4th and by 22 on January 19th, both of them in Toronto. They lead the all-time series 11-10. They'll meet again in the final regular season game here on April 18th. But this is a series of home court domination. The Raptors are 9-2 against the Wizards in Canada, but the Wizards are 8-2 against the Raptors here in D.C., including the last 2 games played at the MCI Center. As Antonio Davis gets the first basket of the night. Steve Buckhantz, Phil Chenier, Chick Hernandez with you. Toronto comes off a triple overtime loss last night to Sacramento in Toronto. Mitch Richmond knocks it down to tie it at 2, and in that game, Vince Carter played all 63 minutes.
Amazing. But not just Vince. Their other starters, 3 of them played 55 minutes or better. So all these starters have to be have some kind of tired legs. And Washington, it would be to their advantage to try and get out and run and put some pressure on them, make them run.
Plus, it's a back-to-back affair for this Toronto team, and they had to get on a plane last night after a late game and fly down here to Washington's, and we all know what that's like. They have to do that. So they got to be a little bit tired, and the Wizards need to try to take advantage. Hamilton misses his first jumper. Here comes Carter. Charles Oakley, he can shoot the long jumper. White knocks Smith out of the way for his second rebound. Wizards are 13-42. They're 8-19 at home. The Raptors are 28-27. On the road, they're 12-15. Richmond drives, lays it off inside to Michael Smith. He gets bumped and fouled. Called it on Davis, and the Animal will go to the line to shoot a pair.
Not the smoothest exchange in passes, both from Whitney to Richmond and Richmond finally to Michael Smith. But albeit still effective. Mitch Richmond driving the baseline there and shoveling the pass over to Michael Smith.
In the NBA, currently 8th in three-point shooting, and a foul at the other end in quick transition. Shooter, and the Raptors lead it by 1. Richmond pulls up again, and he knocks down another jumper. 2 for 2 for Mitch Richmond. And Washington by 1. Both teams have lost 2 in a row. Coming into tonight's affair, Wizards will be in New Jersey tomorrow night. Here's Tracy Murray. Murray backs in. A short jumper is about as easy as he's ever had it here at MCI Center.
Normally see him staying right around the perimeter. That time he took Hamilton down low and just shot the jump hook.
Tracy, of course, an excellent three-point shooter. Hamilton throws one up off the glass. Tip up by Michael Smith is in.
Well, he stayed right with it. Missed the first tip attempt that he had. So much is going to be so much importance of how Washington handles their board play inside. This is a very good rebounding team.
Antonio Davis averaging better than 13.5 points a game, and he's 9th in the league in rebounding and almost 11 boards per contest. Quickly to Richmond. He got fouled by Murray, no call. Now Mitch the fadeaway, similar to the game winner he hit the other night, but Michael Smith is in. Whitney for his first three, nothing but. That's 12 three-pointers in the last 2+ games for Chris Whitney.
Real nice release. You can see that ball coming off the fingertips. Great rotation on the ball.
Already there's been 7 lead changes in this contest. Washington by 2. Williams gets by everybody baseline. Reverse layup's a beauty.
He had, in his first start last night, he had a very good game. Had a double-double, including 13 assists, only 4 turnovers. So Alvin Williams trying to make a permanent position as a starter.
White got off balance, missed the shot. Toronto the other way with big numbers. Murray's long jumper, way short. Tipped up into the air by Richmond. He's out of bounds. It'll go to the Raptors.
Got to be kind of happy that no one was sitting in those seats where Charles Oakley went for that loose ball. Courtney Alexander there.
Perhaps the guard of the future. Just a rookie and an excellent player. Carter, what a move. All kinds of English on that call. And Vince Carter gets his first field goal of the night. Averaging 27.8 points a game. He's 4th in the league. White will try it again. Lets it off to Hamilton, who has to come out of the lane. 8 seconds to shoot. Hamilton gets some room, double pump. That's thrown back by Davis. And out of bounds. Davis averaging 2.1 blocks per game. Has just gotten his 107th on the season. Does so. Misses at the buzzer. Murray the rebound. Hamilton's missed his first couple of shots. 0 for 4, in fact. Davis trying to muscle in on White. Fade away, short. Again, they go to Jahidi, being pushed. Boy, these two guys really trying to muscle each other, and again, Jahidi misses.
Both can handle the contact.
Nice pass to Davis for the slam. And a delay of game warning to Toronto. I thought it should have been a technical foul. They don't call that when guys hang on the rim. 3 for 3. New 24 for the Raptors. Oakley off the screen. Rims it. And the Wizards come down with it, trailing by 4. Hamilton got a, great move. Terrific body English from Hamilton.
Well, he had to be thinking, is Oakley going to nail me on this layup? But it didn't deter him at all. He still went strong to the basket.
Williams, what a shot. Alvin Williams is in his 3rd full season with Toronto after 41 games his rookie year in Portland. And he's made all 3 of his shots tonight, has 6 points.
Well, he's played well against Washington in the last meeting they had up there. 22 points in 21 minutes. He knows he has his hands full trying to slow down Vince Carter.
Carter around a screen on Davis, who moved, setting the pick. Williams backs up. Tip up, no good. And Whitney has it. Pushes it to Hamilton. 3-on-1. Rip goes all the way and scores. 4 points for the second-year star from Connecticut. And the Wizards have cut it to 1.
Did a good job of advancing that ball. I think it was Whitney that made that pass out to Hamilton.
Nice move by Carter. And what's it called? A double foul is called, I believe, on Richard Hamilton. And on Tracy Murray. For the two players who were teammates for 1 year. Lock horns and a double foul call. Toronto made a move the other day as well, picking up Eric Montross and Jerome Williams and Chris Childs. Montross and Williams from Detroit, Childs from the Knicks. And it was Tracy Murray who came here earlier in the season. Jahidi up strong. That's rejected by Keon Clark. Boy, Jahidi just had a whale of a time so far in this game.
And Keon Clark comes in with a lot of energy. Didn't play a lot of the game last night, so he's certainly fresh and has great jumping ability. You saw that on the block and the finish dunk.
Averaging 8 points and 6 rebounds a game is Clark. Richmond trying to go around Carter. Good defense. Mitch fade away, can't get it to go. White has it slapped away, and then Smith underneath, no call. And Toronto comes up with it. Alley-oop to Carter!
Well, he still has the little fuel left in that tank.
I would say so. Again, the Jahidi has had absolutely no luck so far tonight. Hamilton, he slams it down. Strong move by the thin man.
He's going to get called for taunting, I believe, after that dunk. Made a nice move to get in the middle and then throw it down two-handed. First, we'll take a look at that play by Vince Carter. Filling the lane, Alvin throws the lob. All you got to do is just throw it up. He can go get it. And then Hamilton showing that he can dunk as well.
Boy, I thought he got fouled. Oh, that's where the technical was called. He hung on the rim and then slapped the backboard. And even a little more animated than the play before by Toronto. And Rip gets called for the technical, which is made by the Raptors. Christian Laettner makes his way into the Wizards lineup for the first time tonight. Laettner part of the deal, sending Juwan Howard to Dallas. Turnaround is short by Tracy. Tip off Tracy's hand out of bounds. And the official says Toronto ball. Boy, how do you miss that?
I think they would have corrected. Both officials converging on the one.
But they wouldn't do it. Richmond trying to get the steal and does. Up ahead to Mitch. He runs one-on-one. Pulls up and gets it. That's one of those shots you got to make.
That's right. There's no rebound in there. Mitch having an awful lot of confidence. So in his stroke, did a good job defensively to force the turnover.
Yeah, he's playing some inspired defense. He's 3 for 6 tonight. Has 6 points. Murray baseline, knocked away by Laettner and stolen by the new Wizard. Christian Laettner, Hubert Davis, Lloyd Vaught, Courtney Alexander, Popeye Jones inside. Got it knocked away, gets it back, and can't get it to go down. And gets a rebound. That looked like it might have been goaltending, but no calls. That will count, and a foul call. Came here from the Clippers for Cherokee Parks and Akizi. Tracy off the screen. That's what we've seen him do so many times, and he buries it.
I tell you, he's with a good team there between Oakley and Antonio Davis. They can set some massive hits.
It's Richmond heating up after struggling the last couple of games. has 8 points. And the Raptor lead is 5. There's the new Chris Childs in the new look Raptor uniform, and he throws the ball out of bounds. And the southpaw knocks it down. Averages 8 points a game in 19 games for Toronto, and has 5 tonight. Nice pass from Leitner off of Whitney's foot, and it goes to Toronto. Clock, Tracy with a nice fake on Nesby. Little strong. Rebound to Leitner. 13 seconds to go in the quarter. They go to Richmond against the smaller Williams, and it's taken away. That's good if it goes. And the first quarter comes to an end. He traded his rights to Dallas for a future pick and some cash back on June 28th. Courtney played 38 games for the Mavs. He started in 6, averaged a little better than 4 points and almost 2 rebounds. Had a season high of 20 at Portland. Hit a couple of 3-pointers in that game. Hamilton throws the ball away. The Wizards with their 3rd turnover of the night. And Toronto gives it right back. Toronto, for a team that played 63 minutes last night, has scored 11 fast break points, so they're not coming down here to play around.
The theory of them being tired and having tired legs has not shown yet.
Out the window, as we say. You get that adrenaline from somewhere, I guess. Hamilton, nice play.
I think Chris Childs has come in and really applied pressure defensively to Rip Hamilton. And Hamilton can go one-on-one, but he can't be focused with just shooting the ball. He's got to, at that point position, he's got to try and run the offense, set other people up as well.
Hamilton started 0 for 4, but since then he's 4 for 4. Antonio Davis knocks another one down. Davis in his 8th year from Texas El Paso. 2nd year with Toronto after his 1st season in Indiana, and he's 4 for 7 from the floor. Hamilton, again, the runner, this time no good. The Wizards would like to get a better shot than that off the half-court set.
I tell you, Childs is not leaving any room between he and Rip Hamilton.
Boy, what a move by Clark. Keon Clark, in his 3rd year from UNLV. He has not missed 4 for 4. A couple of them have been slams. And a blocking foul called on Keon Clark, who scowls at Christian Lake. Lead of the game, 9 points for the Raptors. Carter.
Well, that's a tough step back.
That kid Nesby's ahead of the pack and slams it in.
And once again, they're doing a good job in their initial outlet pass. That time, the lob pass leading Nesby to the basket. Sweet release, Del Curry.
In his 15th year from Vatech, been around a long time. 2nd year in Toronto, signed as a free agent a couple of years ago. UNLV, as is Tyrone Nesby. Courtney Alexander misses his first jumper as a Wizard. Raptors by 9, their largest of the game. Chris Childs lays it off for Carter, who scores, and the lead is 11. 9 points for Vince Carter. Hamilton is fouled. Will they count it or not? I don't think so. Oakley answers. Another guy that's been in the league forever. He's in his 16th year, but he can still shoot, can't he, Phil?
Well, you don't want him to get too happy with that shot. He makes his money on the boards.
And Toronto throws the ball away as Oakley tried to get it to Childs. And 8.8 rebounds a game. Oh, what a pass to Clark. Carter who averages 3.7 assists per game. Looking underneath for Leitner.
So that was a lot of pressure applied defensively, both from the man guarding the top, but also Oakley. Well, he's 12th in the league in three-point shooting. He's really improved his outside game, talking about Vince Carter.
Clark underneath for Oakley, but before the shot goes up, he's fouled by Leitner. 18-6. Jahidi White comes into the game, replacing Popeye Jones. Wizards are in New Jersey tomorrow night to face the Nets, and then Tuesday night in Miami.
We're not talking about three-point shooting or anything like that, but
but those kind of shots, 10 feet. Oakley been unconscious. 3 for 4. Tracy Murray back in the lineup. 6 seconds to shoot. Richmond lays it off for Michael Smith. He gets fouled against Sacramento. Richmond had it knocked out of his hands. Oakley lays it off to Carter, to Oakley, back to Carter, to Oakley for a layup.
Nice unselfish 3-on-1. Not a lot Whitney could do back there with Oakley, Carter, and I think Alvin Williams was the other one, but good unselfish passing.
8 points for Oakley.
2 years he's been the leading vote getter for the All-Star game.
Hamilton, jump step and scores. 12 points for Richard Hamilton, who averages 15.6 per game. The Wizards look to try to chip away somewhat at this lead before we head into halftime. Down by 14. Antonio Davis.
He did a good job of not allowing him any angles to the basket, stayed right in front of him, forced him to shoot that outside shot.
He's 5 of 8. Davis was a second-round pick by the Pacers in '90 and had played all 6 seasons in Indiana, but acquired by Toronto for the rights to Jonathan Bender as Oakley. Oh, no! Oakley just grabbed and manhandled White, and Dick Bavetta calls a jump ball, but from the other angle, Tommy Washington spots a foul.
Well, clearly what you have here, Oakley not wanting him to get up. He's just giving the foul there.
Well, that's actually good teamwork by the officials, because Bavetta, with those 2 wide bodies, was completely
I was going to say,
out.
and in fairness to Dick Bavetta, he was behind Jahidi, so he probably never even saw Charles Oakley.
Wait, that's like the Titanic being in there and trying to see around it. But good teamwork by the officials. Hamilton one-on-one, tough fadeaway, a little short. Oakley gets the ball. Child bump, score the goal. He'll go to the line. 17 points. And White and Montross going at it now. And Dick Bavetta says, just chill out a little bit and let's finish this half. Rather than
one thing I like about Jahidi, as big and strong as he is, he has a very calm demeanor.
He does.
And you know, even when he gets hit hard by some of his opponents, he goes to the line, he just shakes it off, and doesn't give you a lot of animated facial expression.
He doesn't let it. 12th in the league in free throw shooting. Now they've steadily climbed in that category. Child goes all the way, lays it up high, tipped no good, and Michael Smith brings it down to end the half. 60 points in the half for this Toronto team, 30 and 30. They shoot 57%. He does indeed. He comes out hot. That's good to see. They'll need it. He's got 16 in the game. Vince Carter Finished the half with 9 points. Davis. Off back, swatted away by Jahidi. His 75th block of the season. Whitney pulls up for the short jumper and knocks it down. Wizards with 4 quick points.
Yeah, I think Whitney really had every intention to try to get that ball to Jahidi, but the defender, Alvin Williams, wasn't having it, and he stayed with Jahidi the whole time and forced Chris to shoot that jumper.
The lead is 11. It's been as many as 17, and Carter answers with a 3. Tremendous battle. 2 huge, very strong bodies going at each other. Davis has had the better of Jahidi, 12 points. Whitney free for the jumper, got another one. Nothing but net for C. Whitney. He's got 9 points in the game. He had 5 3-pointers against Sacramento and 6 before that against Vancouver that tied his career high of 6, which he set earlier this season against Seattle on January 10th. But twice this year he's had games of 6 3-pointers. That's blocked by White. Carter went to the hole and White threw it away.
How often do you see that? Not very often. And Carter going in for his textbook play, the dunk, and it's rejected there by Jahidi. Nice play.
That will not count. There must have been an end line violation. Pearson is in the lineup. We told you that the rookie who normally starts was attending the funeral for the brother of Mateen Cleaves in Detroit and was late getting here. He literally landed a while ago and came right to the arena. Carter this time draws the foul. 7 rebounds for Charles Oakley. Davis. Richmond tips it to himself. Oakley thought he was fouled by Michael Smith. Mitch spins, goes into the lane, is fouled, and will go to the line.
Well, he's a strong young player, lefty. Watch him curl off this pick here and take the ball strongly to the basket, moves it around, puts the English on the glass, has a chance for a 3-point play now.
21st player taken overall by Toronto in the draft. Led State to the NCAA championship. 2nd team All-America. Averaged almost 17 points a game last year. Hamilton fade away, pretty play.
Yeah, he got a little bump there from Alvin Williams that didn't allow that to throw his shot off.
He really has the ability to get into the air and shoot that jump.
Elevate, yeah.
Carter ran into Richmond and banged knees, and Vince is a little slow to react. Nice interception by Whitney. Hamilton lays it off Michael Smith. Off the glass, no good.
Gotta stop the ball.
Williams. Oh, tipped in. It looked like White knocked it in. They'll call goaltending, I think. Jahidi went down hard. I think he's okay. Maybe just catching a breeze. Raptors lead by 13. Whitney fouled Davis, no call, and now Michael Smith fouled him. You can score that goal.
How much money has been saved, or what's the deal a year from now?
Well, approximately $10 million has been saved off of our luxury tax number and actually off our salary cap number for next year. And then there's potential that will be maybe $9 million, $10 million under the cap the following year. A lot of that is contingent upon what we do, next year and next off season. But we've opened the door to, at least the possibility of making some potential moves down the road.
Everybody thinks that, a year and a half down the road, this is going to look really good. What's the projected salary cap when that time comes?
Well, nobody knows at this point, but the projected salary cap next year is expected to be somewhere around $44 million. There's at least a slight increase every year. It's anticipated this summer will be the biggest increase in, 4 or 5 years. So it may only be slight next year, but even with that, at least we've opened the door for a potential chance for us to get a free agent now.
Fred, right, thanks for your time. He's the capologist, and he also says that because of your contracts and your money that you're making, Stephen Phil, I'm going to have to cut you in half next season.
That'll get the team way under the cap, Phil. Oh, yeah.
So you're going out.
Leitner, Vaught, and Courtney Alexander for the Wizards. It's so strange to look out there and see these guys.
Some of them you've seen like Leitner and Vaught for a long time, but just in different uniforms.
There's Lloyd Vaught. Leitner fires and hits. His second field goal of the game and cuts the lead to 12 with 3:38 to go in the third quarter. Steve Buckhantz, Phil Chenier, Chick Hernandez. There's Oakley again.
There's that open shot we talked about.
12 points. Charles Oakley, fourth season in Toronto after 10 in New York and his first 3 in Chicago. Vaught takes the jumper. That hits the top of the backboard and no good. Knocked away from behind nicely by Alexander, and then Whitney gets fouled and scores. Nicely done, Phil.
I don't think that pass was intended for me, though.
No, it wasn't. Even though you got it, that's a turnover. Do we credit the turnover to Chenier?
Wait a minute. Don't give that to me.
That's the first Washington turnovers of the quarter. And now Whitney takes a seat on the bench. Richard Hamilton, by the way, is looks like he's got a little bit of a left shoulder problem. He's had a warm compress on it. In the meantime, Hubert Davis is in the lineup for Washington. That's tipped up and in by Montross. So we've seen all of the new players except for Eton Thomas, who's out with an injury for the season. Keon Clark knocks it out of bounds. Childs tries to save it in. Murray, tough shot, taken by Vaught. Well, what a move by Alexander. He lost the ball and left it to turn it over. You can see how quick he is. He says he got held, looks to the official. And now Dick Bavetta is going to hold up play. And then fouls Chris Childs on the arm. Leitner with the number that Cherokee Parks wore here in Washington, 44.
The court and dish it out as well as play some strong defense.
17-point lead, matches the largest of the game. Davis nearly traveled. Alexander, what a shot!
I tell you what, he gets some good elevation on his shot, too. You see how high he went on that jump shot.
And hung there until he shot it. 6 points for the rookie. Murray for 3 at the buzzer. How many times have we seen that? Used to be
great pass. You think some of the fans didn't want to see Vince Carter continue with that steal? Now let's see what might occur.
Largest lead of the game, 20 points. The Wizards will get it back. Alvin Williams back in the lineup along with Mo Peterson. No call. Would have been nice to get to within 10 on that possession. Excellent ball movement by the Raptors. Excellent ball movement. Clark knew he was trapped in the middle and dished it right out to Davis. That stops an 8-0 Washington run. Hubert Davis. Baseline jumper by Popeye, no good. And taken away by Leitner, who drives to the hoop and scores. Christian Leitner with 12 points, Courtney Alexander with 10, and paying dividends immediately.
Very quickly, that's right. Both showing that shooting touch.
And Leitner with a steal. Nice play. 3-on-2. Leitner will not count. Offensive foul. Good effort by Leitner, who came up with a steal, went all the way, and got up to Leitner, who fires and hits. Nothing but net. 14 for Christian Leitner.
Yeah, their offense is definitely picked up, and this is a crew that's kind of unfamiliar. They're just kind of ad-libbing it right now. They have some basic motion that they're trying to run, but they're allowing some individual efforts to take place. But what they have to do, that was a missed opportunity.
Clark gets called for that foul, his 5th personal. Hubert Davis can't get himself free for that long jumper. Courtney Alexander. Once again, the Wizards have had at least 4 opportunities to cut it to 10, but cannot convert offensively. Leonard Hamilton deciding to get some use out of his new players. Williams misses but follows it up easily. .338 to play in regulation. Williams spots up. Another Washington opportunity. Seventh chance the Wizards have had to cut the lead to 10. Alexander fouled with that quick ball movement between his legs. Jerome Williams in the game yet. There's our pal from Georgetown in his 5th year. Also came over in the trade. It was Williams and Montross for Corliss Williamson, Tyrone Corbin, Cornell David, and a future first-round pick. And Dick Bavetta gives the ball back to Toronto. Childs spins on Davis, kicks it out for the open jumper. Boy, they've missed a lot, but that time Mo Peterson collars the rebound with 2:35 to go, and that was a big rebound. Wizards have had numerous possessions and chances to cut it to 10. That's way short, and they'll have another one. Leitner indicating, drop it, missed. Took his eye off the basketball in the 3rd and 8 in this quarter. Make it 10. Mo Peterson, who was attending the funeral of the brother of Mateen Cleaves in Detroit, had just got to this game at halftime, has 8 points and 7 rebounds. Leitner's fouled by Clark. 15 against Charlotte was his previous season high.
He's come up, that I think is his 3rd or 4th steal.
Actually, it was against Chicago. Alexander scores and he's fouled.
Well, Leitner deciding to stop behind the 3-point line, and after coming up with another steal, comes up a little short, but his teammates running the floor, Popeye Jones and Courtney Alexander. Courtney gets the shot put back and the 3-point play.
The first time the deficit has been in single digits since early in the 2nd quarter, when the score was 38-29. It's a 7-point lead, but it's too little too late for Washington, as Toronto will just hold the ball to end the game. So the new-look Wizards take to the court, put up a valiant effort against Vince Carter and the Toronto Raptors. Carter finishes the game with 19 points, but balanced scoring by the Toronto club. In the meantime, new season highs for Christian Leitner of 18 and Courtney Alexander in his debut with 13 points in impressive efforts. And the Wizards fall to the Raptors for the 3rd time this year, 106-99.